Okay, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folare. Let's talk Omicron a bit, the COVID-19, latest COVID-19 variant. You look at countries like South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Lesotho, Eswatini, Angola, Malawi, and Zambia. If we were into quizzes here, we'd be saying, what do all those countries have in common? Well, I guess you know it already. On Monday, Nigeria became the 11th country to go on the UK red list. In other words, countries that are not welcome to enter the UK from a health perspective. The idea, no doubt, of the UK authorities is that they are doing their best, even though scientists have told us that you can't really lock a virus out in that way. But I have a guest here and we'll talk about it. The question comes down to, was Nigeria fairly put on that list? Dr. Dayo Kayode is an aviation safety expert. Thank you very much for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
We really are delighted to have you, as we are to have Seyi Adeyemo, African Affairs Analyst, a regular on the program. Iwa is a Yoruba word, but this is not about a Yoruba lesson. It's an acronym for Inside Watch Africa. So thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me, Uncle Yori.
Our pleasure. Well, it's coming from, there's the Africans are aggrieved, I would guess. Africans are aggrieved. Nigeria on Monday became the 11th country to enter the UK red list. And Nigerians, our authorities, in fact, our ambassador in the UK has complained. I think the authorities here have also referred to it as a variant. We're talking about variants now. A variant of apartheid, to which the UK authorities have responded that that's a most unfortunate terminology. Seyi, what do you make of this whole thing of the UK saying that apart from Irish and UK nationals coming out of Nigeria, and even then they will have to quarantine in a government, what is it now, government appointed hotel.
Hotels, yes.
And that might easily add, what, 2,500 pounds to your bill. This is creating havoc up and down the land. But how do you see it? Let's first of all take it from inside Africa. You're watching it for us, and then we'll go to the safety, because that's what the authorities in Britain think they are sort of enhancing.
Okay, I think one of the first way to look at this is to look at this current situation. We're in a situation where the whole world is in an emergency situation. All of us are running and scampering for help here and there, and I think it's important that we also be fair to Europe and the rest of them that have decided to slam this red list on us, because as much as we are in the fire, they're also in the fire as well. And if we recall, the Delta variants, Europeans or Londoners had accused the Prime Minister of not doing enough work as regards arresting. It is the opinion that if he had moved in faster, if he had done things in a way that was, in a way that was more responsive, they probably would have been able to handle the Delta variants better than they did. And so for that reason, I am of the opinion that yes, as Africans, it's not fair. It's going to affect a lot of things. It is Christmas. A lot of Nigerians who stay in the United Kingdom had made plans to come home. A lot of students who are in the United Kingdom had made plans to come home and all of that. But we also must consider and recognize that as a people, they also have the responsibility to protect their people.
Okay.
And it is important that when you live in a situation like this, as we all hear when we get into planes, they say if in case of an emergency, you should make sure you protect yourself first before you protect your child. And the Yoruba people will say that, and I will translate. If fire, burns you and your child, you should first take care of yourself first before you start looking at the child. If I'm allowed,
you can't even do otherwise. It's involuntary. So it's an involuntary action.
If I had to add this, I think it's important that we stop acting as children, because for me, that is the reason why we have continually been treated as children. I'd like to stop here for now.
Dr. Kayode, your take.
You see, along the line when you were saying, you wonder if we are in a civil class, they will be asking us, what do these countries have in common? Aside from that, we're all Africans. All other countries there are South Africa. None is from West Africa, nor even East Africa. Agreed. They said that Omicron started from South Africa. So definitely there is that tendency that it will have spread around other South African countries. So you can look at that. But in that of Nigeria, let me be a little bit philosophical and historical. We all remember this song. Nigeria, ilu olokiki, ilu alafe, ilu olola. That is Nigeria, the country with great potentials, the country that has what I call greatness. Where you go, everybody wants to go and enjoy. In those days, all you need to do is just pick your 200 naira, enter Nigerian Airways or British Caledonia. You get to UK, they will celebrating you. But that is same Nigeria that somebody now said again, Nigeria jaga jaga, Nigeria jaga jaga. What has led us to this? Insincerity. Insincerity. Which these people knows. We connect with them. We think they love us. Stealing money, I didn't care with them. Remember, during first attack, we remember what happened. All those buses brought down here. So people went there, they said, don't worry, give us refurbished ones. It was only the news then.
Linking that to this situation.
Now you see this situation now. It's there. We are now forging what we call certificate of
COVID, certificate.
COVID certificate immunization.
Yes, the COVID immunization certificate.
We are now forging it.
That shows that you have completed your dose.
On which you have not done anything. So people are even ushering it on the streets.
Well, yeah.
So these are issues. These are issues that since people are putting together that look, don't use your own to come and bastardize us here.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I think this question is in sort of layers. There is on the one hand what you've just pointed out, that it's unfortunate that it's been determined that some Nigerians have arrived in the UK with fake immunization certificates. In other words, they have the certificate but did not take the jabs. I think we've read about that. All of Nigeria condemns that. I think even in the National Assembly, the Speaker of the House was saying that they need to trace the lab or facility that actually issued that certificate, and the person needs to be, dealt with very, very seriously, full weight of the law. So that's to one side. It's a blight. It's a blight. It's no way we dodge it. It's a blight, unfortunately. But there's the other side of it. Nigeria is saying, the NCDC said, I think I'm accurate here, that we have determined 3 cases of Omicron. The UK is claiming that about 27, if not 30. Thank you very much. 27. Some have also said 30 cases of the Omicron variant that came from Nigeria. In other words, they're providing the evidence, the supporting evidence for the stance that they have taken. We say here that only 3 have been determined. And
that is exactly what I'm trying to say.
And you are saying that you've seen 30 that have, connections with that traveled from Nigeria. And Nigeria said the 3 that we're telling you about that we have determined have had travel, history in very recent times in South Africa.
But the question is, do we even have data?
Well,
do we have data?
That's another question.
Those people that are claiming 28, do you know that they keep data? Those people that are claiming 28, do you know how many people they tested when even COVID-19 was raging? How many did we test in Nigeria? How many were we able to test? To what extent were we even motivating our people to come for those tests? Were we not collecting money from people? These are issues. When we hear information, instead of us to investigate that information, whether that information is right or wrong, all we need to do is to just do a kind of a face-off.
I'm going to go on a break now, but when we come back, we'll come and look at this, because there have been responses from the UK that, look, different countries collect data differently, and so it's not very easy to compare data between any two countries. But all of that, a bit more on that when we come back. Stay with us, please. Okay, welcome back, and we're looking at the getting put, that is our country, Nigeria, getting put on the UK red list. That really means countries that, they're not going to allow entry into for now. And even the only people who can enter the UK coming from Nigeria now will be either Irish or British nationals. And even then, they were going to have to quarantine at a government-nominated, approved hospital. That's going to be adding 2,000 odd pounds to their bill. But we got to a point in the conversation.
When we were talking about data.
We were talking about data. It was Seyi who brought up the matter of do we even have data? Well, the UK has said that on this topic, has said on that particular aspect of the conversation, that the difficulty is that different countries have different systems, modus of collecting data. And so it's a bit difficult, and so it's going to take longer than before. I mean, these are the things that we've heard.
The whole world is now a global village. The data being collected in UK today, if I want to access it, all I need to go is to Google it. To Google it. What is it? If you want to know the weather that is UK now, all we need is to just check our phone.
Yes.
So it's a global village. Talking about the way they collect data there or the way they collect data here, it's very material. It's about how sincere are we to the collected data. And here in the country, we have information. We collect data, but we are not sincere to the evaluation and assessment of all those data. It's about insincerity now.
You think we collect? You are satisfied that we collect data,
sure,
and that it's data that can be submitted where people are submitting data. Because the UK didn't say we're not collecting data, but they say that different countries go about it differently, and so it's a bit difficult to compare. But in the meantime, Mr. Ade, Chief Ade, in fact, in the UK, has called in. Good morning, Chief Ade.
Good morning, Dr. Yori.
I asked for that.
And good morning to all the panelists here.
Yes, thank you. Is the UK being fair? Is the UK being fair to Nigeria, putting us on the red list?
Definitely, I think I'll explain to you. Right now in UK, we have over 500 cases. Now, when this thing happened in South Africa, if you remember, every country has ambassador in every country. And the first thing Nigeria said that we stand by South Africa. After that, the South Africa president came to Nigeria with their delegates. They said we will not block anywhere. We stand by our brothers. Remember, they have ambassador there, feeding them what is going on. So if you stand by South Africa, in terms of this disease something, UK has to protect themselves. So they believe people can come from South Africa to Nigeria and fly to London from Nigeria. They can get passport easily. So they have to save themselves. That's why they didn't block any other country in West Africa. You understand?
Only Nigeria.
They know what they are doing.
If I understand you, Chief Ade, it's only Nigerians that can travel from South Africa to Nigeria and then go on to the UK if they want to. It can't happen to Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, etc. They can't come from South Africa and then decide to go to the UK. I didn't understand.
How many times have you read on the news that anybody use Ghanaian passport or Sierra Leonean passport? Tell me. So I'm telling you the scenario, what is happening. So this is what I suspect that has happened. Now, my advice to Nigeria is that don't come now. Because if you come now, pay 2,280 pounds. It's like in prison, because in the hotel, you're only allowed to come out 1 hour in a day. You have to be in your room. So in some hotel, they don't even allow you to open the window. So they give you food, and you might not even like it. So your money will just go. It's like a prison. Don't come now. Save your money.
Okay, that's your advice. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ade. We got your advice. What you're saying to your compatriots in Nigeria here is that chill, stay home for now. And even if you stay home for now, Lagos State, if you happen to be in Lagos State, we have some rules for you as well. You know, just in case you are coming for any Christmas holiday thing. No problem, come. But there are. Would you like to weigh in on that matter of what the UK is doing? And they say we're following the science, or at least they are advising themselves that it is science that should be followed.
Okay, I mean, first of all, I'd like to quickly correct that Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, was also in Ghana when he came. So it's not like he just came to Nigeria. So look, the truth of the matter is, it's beyond whether he came to Nigeria or he went to Ghana. It is a matter of how we have continued to show. Doctor was talking about the fact that the rest of the world is watching us. We're in a world where whatever we do, supposedly in our kitchen, is being seen by everybody. And the decision I take today is not essentially based on what I see today. It is based on the history, your antecedent, how you have always conducted yourself, how you have always done things. That naturally will guide me. Because first of all, beyond rules, beyond anything, the safety of my people is paramount. I must protect my people as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. That is their first responsibility.
It's a bit like Trump said in his time, America first.
First. Nigeria should be first.
Nigeria is first now, to our own leaders.
Are we sure?
Are we always first to our leaders, and then they allow us to be killed, to be maimed anyhow, if we are forced to them?
But we're talking COVID.
It's a part of, like he said, whatever we do in our kitchen, all those people there are sinning. And that one forms part of the factors that leads them to take certain decisions. These are issues.
What you're saying is that they're watching us, they're watching how we conduct ourselves in our affairs, even if it doesn't directly affect them, and they're watching all of this. In fact, you're very right.
Because there is interrelationship and interdependence. Look at the way we handled COVID in the first instance, whereby they're supposed to be giving people palliatives, and some were keeping it somewhere else. If not because some guys all went to all those. Even look at the money that they said they found in somebody else's account of recent, about how many billion naira now. So it was in the news on Monday.
So the charge.
So these are issues.
The charge, Dr. Kayode, the charge of travel apartheid, you don't buy into it.
It's not travel apartheid. It's because they are holding on to their full responsibility as a government. Because the responsibility of a government is to protect the life and safety of its people. So if they are trying to do that, as their people, you are not their people.
So you don't feel that Nigeria is being targeted?
Respect begets respect. And when people say respect begets respect, it means that if I respect myself, you will see the way I conduct myself. And so you'll be careful the way you treat me.
Or even the name you call yourself is what they will call you.
That's it. So if I disrespect
I can't call you
myself, yes, if I disrespect myself, the whole world would disrespect me. Nigeria, let us call ourselves.
Where is this thing going? We respect ourselves, don't we?
Really?
Yeah. Well, unless you want to be specific.
Really? If you respect ourselves, because a single person will not pocket.
You're giving the impression, both of you gentlemen are giving the impression that we're getting what we deserve.
No, listen. If we respect ourselves, a single person will not pocket 30 billion that is supposed to be used to build a road. A single person will not pocket the whole money that they used to improve our lighting system. A single person will not pocket the money for infrastructure development.
You know what I thought you were going to say before you went off on that trajectory was that a single person, no single person would go and forge a COVID vaccination certificate and begin to head out of the country.
No, I've said that before. It's because I just want to move forward. I was trying to link it to other things.
Everything is tied to themselves. Uncle Yeri, you see, we need to be very careful and be true to ourselves. We cannot do anything in isolation. All of the way we conduct our affairs are very directly tied to themselves. You know, so if you're seen as someone who jokes around, you know, somebody comes to you and say, oh, we're recommending this place. When I was coming, I've been talking about it all of this while. The organization here, the administration and management of TVC, decided to emphasize the fact that this is a great place to work. Now, other people feel, why are they saying that? They are emphasizing it so that everybody will buy into the fact that it is a great place to work.
Okay.
You understand? So in whatever you do in this space, recognize the fact that this is a great place to work. And if you want to do business with us, recognize that this is a great place to work.
And that is why I mean, thank you very much,
Yes.
because that's why I was saying that, look, all our leaders, from the president to the foreign minister to the minister of information, they are in their own ways saying that, look, Nigeria is not perfect, but it is a great country. It is a great country.
It's not enough to say it, sir.
It's supposed to be a great country.
It's not
but
enough
are we
to
making it to be great
It's not
country?
enough to say it. It is
And,
important that we conduct. You see, people are watching. Those days of doing things and people will wait for a report has gone. The moment you do
Instantaneously,
it, everybody is seeing it. And say whatever you want to say. You are going to treat me, and I keep saying it, the way I treat myself. Let's be honest with the way we treat ourselves. The whole world is watching us. Don't let's allow this opportunity to pass us.
So where are you bringing the, you're taking this to, we caused it. We caused this treatment that we're getting.
Absolutely, very clearly. If you want us to say in plain language, the way we're being treated is a direct function of the way we have continued to treat ourselves.
And Dr. Kayode, you agree with that?
Same here.
In Ghana, just Ghana there,
Same
some
here.
people went to our embassy and took away that embassy. It never happens anywhere.
Sorry, Iwa, are you also aware?
It's not Iwa. He's Seyi.
Well, I'm just trying to call him with that.
Okay.
Are you also aware that as a medical doctor here, when you get to somewhere like Canada, you have to take some examinations before you can be allowed to practice? Unlike when you pass out from Ghana. So what is missing? That means there are a lot of people that have been forging certificates here, unlike in Ghana. So all those things are being taken. All those things are being taken seriously, and that's why they are dealing with us
I hear you.
like that.
The only problem I have with the line of argument of you gentlemen, sterling as it is that it's not as if Nigeria is the only place where you have these, where you have some pockets of bad behavior.
We do it with impunity.
Okay, Andy in the UK. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning.
Good topic this morning. Uncle Yori, while I don't want to 100% agree with your guest in the studio, that the idea is blame Nigeria for what other people blame Nigeria for, I disagree. On this Omicron thing, I want you to know that, or Nigerians to know, the suspicion is there, the perception is that Nigeria is a big target. Africa failed the world concerning COVID-19 predictions. Nigeria mostly failed the world concerning COVID-19 predictions. And that makes Nigeria a target. For whatever reason Nigeria is still a target, I don't know. We have people in this country, they are working in the system, they've been in the intelligence gathering, maybe I can call them as MIC. They won't tell me their office there. He said to me that, listen, they don't know why they want them to paint Nigeria. That means to make Nigeria a red state. There's a lot of strategy out there to capture Nigeria. This was just one that they clamped upon to be able to label Nigeria. Okay? Now, when the WHO head made that statement, it was a strong word, travel apartheid. It chose his word. Those are world diplomats. So I don't agree with the brother there that wanted to discount it or discredit it. Those were strong words. Believe it, my brother, we are a target because we are special. That also is special. So let's leave that. Again, sir, MP in this country, I'm calling from London, MP in this country have raised questions that the health secretary come and tell them why they ban Nigeria and not France and not Portugal.
Yes, and not Belgium.
All these European countries that have this Omicron
not Denmark.
Virus. in Denmark and Germany. Why? That was just the question.
Exactly.
And I want to know whether they can tell us there.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in.
Travel from South Africa to London.
Yeah.
They travel from South Africa to London. They are Nigerians, and they were not all Nigerians. But if you look at the words of the health secretary, the way he placed it was wrong. Where is the evidence that all those 27 people were traveling from Nigeria? There's a difference from you being a Nigerian and travel from South Africa or Lebanon or Dubai, and you're being caught up with this virus.
Okay. Thank you very much thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate your call.
Can I respond?
Yes, please, if you'd like to.
Yeah, you see, I think that man for coming up with that target issue as regards conspiracy theory now, there's no doubt about it. It's not that we don't know that some of those things are there, but the issue is this. Like he said, why are they targeting Nigeria? Yes. But they haven't known. Even we have that information that they are targeting us. But the Yoruba will say, ẹni tó fẹ́ sùn tó ń fepo para. You that you know that they are about to set you ablaze, you are now putting petrol on your body again. Okay, I hear what you're saying. So that is the area that I'm so concerned with.
Okay, we'll continue this, but I've got to take a break now. And just in case you want to call in, some are already calling in, so they must have the number. But let me just give you a number in case you are in Nigeria. See that we're getting people from the diaspora. So the number for Nigeria, Nigerians watching anywhere, 0902, Nigerians, even those in the UK are somewhere. No, what I meant is that if you're watching from within Nigeria, our territory, from within our Nigeria, 0902 416 3440. I'll say that again, 0902 416 3440 for viewers watching within Nigeria. Stay with us, please. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Is the UK targeting Nigeria in an unfair manner in putting us on their red list? We became the 11th country, joining South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Lesotho, Eswatini, Algeria, Angola, Malawi, and Zambia. Are we being unfairly targeted? Thank you very much, Tony, in the UK, for holding on all that while. Please go ahead now.
That's okay. I think yes, on your right, appeared in the program, was it years ago? I completely agree with him then when he said the African countries go to the worst thing, battling all the time. If Nigeria is a target, what can we do? Yes. The UK government has the right to protect a territory. What about if I just don't know if you are putting up that it's Nigerian a target. Certificates of PCR about the whole world in Canada, in UK, everywhere. And Nigeria doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah, that reminds me. Canada has also said it declines to, admit travelers from Nigeria or Nigerians coming in from Nigeria.
Why you said a question on the UK? Why not look inward and see what Nigeria wrongly?
Okay.
Other people looking at us this way. This is the right person.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Tony, for calling in. The line is not all that it could be, but we made out what you said. Thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, you know that the West generally, from United Nations to US, in short, the West generally, are still confounded at how well we have done in this COVID pandemic, by which I mean that we didn't come anywhere near the numbers that they had seen in terms of fatalities. And in fact, it might just be a matter of grave concern to them that Nigerians are carrying on as if there's no emergency. I don't know how much.
Yes, I would like to respond to that. And I want to take it from the back of the person who said we're target. No, not Tony.
Okay.
The other. Okay. Was he Tony too? Okay. Who said we're targets? The truth is, we're all targets. They are targets for us, we're a target for them. We're all targets in the world. At every point in time, when you send trade delegates out, it is to make sure that they are able to bring business back home. And every point in time you're negotiating, you are doing bilateral agreement because you want to get something out of that deal. So we should not be deluded with the idea of everybody will leave what they are doing to cater to our own idiosyncrasy. Look, you say that the thing did not affect us like everybody expected it will affect us.
That is Africa.
Africa.
Now, they felt Africa was going to be wiped out.
It's for that reason. So we're both in a sinking ship, and I'm supposed to be the strong one, and I'm sinking, and you still expect that I'll still cater to you that is less affected. What is wrong with you looking out for yourself? Why are we like that? Why do we expect that everybody will keep feeding us?
Wait now.
We are sinking. The whole world is sinking.
But that is why they
and it is obvious, like you rightly said, that they are sinking more in this particular case.
Experts,
they are stronger. Yes.
Experts that talk about this, Dayo, talk about vaccine equity. We are not all rich countries. The US has been making some good sounds that, look, until every country is free, no country is free of COVID, and that they will be doing all that they can to send out vaccines to, countries that couldn't afford the vaccines. But they quickly added, and it's important for what she has been saying, they quickly added, but this will in no way, shape or form be at the expense of vaccines to our own people. It was making that assurance, but the US had a responsibility. He was admitting that responsibility. But when you take it from the point of view of that, the West generally didn't. The West thought we were going to be wiped out. To overstate it only slightly, given the experience that they had, and what they know about our conditions of living here, and the state of our. I'm hearing that someone else has called in again. Who is on the line? Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I listen to your program every day. I believe there is something that you need to understand about what we are going on in here in UK or the diaspora.
Okay.
The two gentlemen are saying that what we are doing in Nigeria is because of what is going on all over the world. Why can't we accept it? Here in UK, very soon, we are going to ask us to go back home. If Nigeria is good today, we don't want to live here in UK. In America, they want to go back home. We want to go back home. If Nigeria is good today, 95% of diaspora will go back.
Yeah.
Do you understand? What the issue here is, the hatred they have on us here in the whole world. Nigeria is a name, but individuals have to look at ourselves and correct ourselves. We are bad in every aspect of life. Forget about the politicians and everything. Let's check ourselves. What Nigeria is not its name, but individual, you carry your name, I carry my name.
I hear you, Peter. I actually hear you, and I can't say I agree with you, because when you said Nigeria is bad, it's as if you would say that because of the mafia, Italy is bad, for example. Because of the criminal organizations, the Republic of Ireland is bad.
They are different things entirely. They are different things.
You think so?
Sure.
Okay.
When you're talking of Italy, and then that. Sorry, if I'm just trying to help you out. I'm just trying to help you out.
Well, Peter doesn't need any help.
If you are talking about Italy,
he just said we are bad.
Nigeria is bad.
Wait now.
And you cannot say because you are mafia in Italy, you now want to compare Nigeria.
No, I'm saying that same logic. He is saying because of some misbehavior on the part of. Wait, he's saying that some misbehavior on the part of perhaps more than a handful of Nigerians. Therefore, he's going to say Nigeria is bad. So I'm now saying that
he's talking about the government.
Yeah.
He's talking about the leaders, not about the people. He's talking about the leaders.
But he said the country is bad.
Sure, because of the leaders. The leaders are making the country to be bad. Unlike Italy, you have mafias, but still that country is good because they have all it takes for their people to live as human beings. Unlike here, we don't have we live every moment as it comes.
Would you say all Colombians, because of the trade in drugs, all Colombians are bad?
I don't agree with the doctor on this.
I'm just saying that, cut us some slack. There are people giving us a bad name. No, nobody's arguing that. There are people doing things that are embarrassing to
there are people
Nigerians.
doing things that are also enviable. Okay, but the issue is this.
So Nigeria is good.
When you now look at the comparative analysis, when you take a comparative analysis, then you know that what our leaders here are doing is giving us a bad name outside.
Let me give Peter a chance. Thank you for holding on to the line, Peter. So what do you say? You're part of this conversation, Peter.
Yes. When you talk about the politicians, these politicians are individuals. Okay? Now, a gentleman was saying that one person will have 3 billion. One individual will have 3 billion. You check ourselves, what are you going to do with 3 billion for a human being to have 3 billion?
I hear you.
We should leave that.
There's no problem with the 3 billion. There's no problem with having 3 billion if it was honestly made. For tourism. Nigeria is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place. Let us check ourselves and get ourselves right. All right. Thank you very much, Peter. I really appreciate you for, as it were, driving that little part of it. Because Peter said Nigeria is bad. Dayo agreed that we are bad. I said, Haba, cut off some slack now. Then I'm happy that Dayo then went to that. We're excellent in other aspects. We are excellent,
no doubt about it. But what we are saying is, look at what Peter said. He said, if Nigeria is good today,
yes,
95% of people. Look at the song I gave you at the opening. Look at South Korea. South Korea in 1983 were coming to Nigeria to come and learn how we are running our economy.
I know.
But look at South Korea today.
I know. But don't forget,
Singapore.
We're talking about the travel ban on Nigeria.
All this is
I hear you. I just wanted to remind us, because we often talk about corruption in Nigeria, a person might just catch us midstream and think that that's what we're talking about. But it's Omicron and are being typecast by the UK putting our name on that red list. Some would say unfairly, but they've gone and done it. And that's what we're really talking about now. That how about all those Omicron variants that you found out in Europe? How about those ones? Why didn't you ban them? Oh yeah, Seyi, try.
When two people offend somebody, and I'm sure you know because you're older and wiser than I am, you don't melt the same treatment to two people because of the reason. You yourself will tell yourself that because somebody will say, that just a look, you will call yourself to order. And the person will be saying, sir, please forgive me. And you're still killing the person. You're still kicking the person. Why have we continued to put ourselves in a position of... Look, let me tell you. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is probably one of the greatest countries in the world. We're blessed with human resource all over the world. We've said it over and over and over again. We have great Nigerians, scientists, medical doctors, great people all over the world.
And we also have our fair share of criminals. Let it be said.
Now, so what have we done as a people to harvest these Nigerians? To make sure, for instance,
the country is
COVID-19 started 2 years ago. What contribution have we made?
The contribution have we made. Did you even try to work on it?
What contribution have we made?
Yes. Are you aware that some universities had invented these their so-called vaccines, and then government has never even taken time to look at it? Okay. I can give you instances if you want me to. These are issues. Are you also aware how much money other countries have been spending on research and all that? How much have we spent on research? That we use it to line our pockets.
Let me hold my peace because it's more about hearing your opinions from at home and also in studio here. And Femi in the UK has called in. Good morning, Femi. Oh, I lost Femi. So sorry about that, Femi. Would have wanted to hear what you had to say. But trying to address the question of what have you done. Wait. Give us give us the formula, whatever it is. Give us the formula. Let's manufacture those things ourselves.
Who gives you the formula?
The people, the West
Why
that have the
wherewithal. Formula? Who are the people deriving the formula?
So
a Nigeria is the one leading the people that lead it in America, in Nigeria. So who is giving you the formula? We have the formula here already.
So why
can't you contact such people? Why can't we develop our own here? Don't we have scientists? Don't we have medical doctors? Don't we have chemists and all that in our universities?
Nigeria, I would imagine, doesn't want to depend on anybody's charity, but we cannot do beyond our capability.
Which capabilities, sir?
What's our capability?
To manufacture these vaccines and therefore vaccinate all our people. But that's a separate conversation.
Okay.
That's actually a separate conversation. The conversation for now is that there are those who feel that it's unfair of the UK, and the UK has said, sorry, as you said, our country first. We have to do what we have to do.
So let me ask you a question. Sure. I'm so sorry. Let me ask you a question at this point. You invited me here. If tomorrow comes, you ask me not to come to this, will I be begging you? Because it is you that have seen something that is inherently wrong in me being here. And you are saying you are no more going to invite me. So if I still want to come here, that thing you have seen that is inherently wrong, I have to remove it. So that you can always invite me. So what are you talking about
here?
So
when the UK authorities responded that this whole matter about travel apartheid was an unfortunate choice of words, you agree with them? Well, okay. Somebody else is on the line. Who's on the line in the UK? Tony. Anthony in the UK. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Please go ahead.
My greetings to the two gentlemen in the studio today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's just a quick one. Excuse my voice. As I speak to you, I was tested positive of COVID yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
And I'm currently going to isolate at home for the next 10 days.
Okay. So sorry to hear it. Wish you speedy recovery.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Let me take it away from myself now. Come to the topic of discussion today. When we talk about targeting, I don't think we should be looking at it as targeting. Like the gentleman on the heart said, it is the way you portray yourself. It's the respect you give yourself. That's same respect. Somebody else have no choice to give you that respect. What am I trying to say? It's time we start looking at ourselves as entity that people outside should respect us for the way we conduct ourselves. That includes how things are done in the country. How do you want somebody else to give you that level of respect you're asking for when they can see the kind of things happening in Nigeria today? The gentleman on the right just said, look, since COVID happened 2 years ago, what contribution has Nigeria made towards even producing a vaccine or coming up with something so that they will say, okay, now this is what has come out from Nigeria? Trust me and believe me, Uncle Yori. The UK did not just put Nigeria on the bandits just because they don't just like Nigeria. That's too cheap an excuse to use. Surely, like the other man said, they rely on data. They look at it. I have friends who work with the department in NHS that is responsible for coming up with this sort of data that the Prime Minister uses to make those decisions. I have a personal friend of mine I play golf with. He works on that project. So when people begin to talk about, oh, it's just because they don't like it, that is not true. Okay, look at me now. I just tested COVID. As soon as that confirmation came yesterday, there was a call that came through from the NHS telling me what I must now do, and the people that I have been in contact with that have played golf with the past couple of days, to reach out to them, to let them know that to go and test themselves. And I have done that. Those people have come back to me this morning that they are tested negative. These are the kind of things we are talking about that you do that gives you credibility. It's not just by sitting down saying, so they don't like me. Who is talking about they don't like me when we are in a situation of life and death?
Okay.
This is my contribution to this morning.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Really appreciate your calling in. And sorry to hear that you came down with COVID, but we do wish you a speedy recovery. And especially as we're hearing that this is one of the good things about being vaccinated. When it happens, you can avoid hospitalization because you know, it won't, you don't become immune,
Yeah.
but at least the kind of horrid stories that we used to hear at the very, very beginning of it, that's not there anymore. So we certainly wish Anthony well.
Absolutely, Okuyori. I am double jabbed, but people should understand the vaccination does not stop you from catching COVID. What it does is just reduces the severity just in case you catch it.
Indeed.
I'm double jabbed. So people should understand this.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
thank you
for my sincere best wishes.
Thank you for
the program.
Thank you very much for sharing with us, Anthony. Well,
You see, is it not also time for us to find out why is it that the incidences of catching up with this virus is so low to what is being expected from the West?
okay.
Have we also, as a people, not only Nigeria now, Africa, have we been able to also determine
We don't
why?
know. We don't know.
We should.
We don't know.
For now,
Just
we
like they
should
don't
have
know
been
in the
able to
West,
do that.
we don't know here
We
also.
should have been able to make effort and research into it.
You know, because the truth is,
NCDC,
everybody.
don't you imagine that their research people are hard at
No,
work at
you
it?
see, we should not imagine because this is our life.
Okay.
We should start
It's
seeing
just
results.
like the same hot water.
Yes.
The same hot water that is making that fragile egg to become solid.
Yes.
And that solid carrot to become so soft. The same hot water. The way we have done that, why can't we also do this on COVID as
we've run
regards
out of time.
Africa?
We've run out of time, gentlemen, and but I want to thank you because you've certainly brought some perspectives to the whole matter, and you've also said, look within. You've said that, look, whatever is going on out there, we also need to look within. Thank you very much to those guys that called in from the diaspora as well and lent their voices to the whole matter about. A lot depends on how you conduct yourselves, and you can't complain when people treat you the way they think you have been conducting yourselves. That's our program today. Thank you very much to Dr. Dayo Kayode and Seyi, I was going to say doctor, but let me just say Ambassador Seyi Adeyemo. You know,
Yes, Ambassador
we'll
Seyi
leave it at that.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.